And now, forecast first on Ozarks Fox News.
Well, we kind of dodged the showers this evening here in Springfield. We did see some rain and thunder, though, passing to our south. That activity is starting to kind of fade away. We are going to see rain returning to the area, though, tomorrow. Maybe a shower early on in the day. I think the bulk of the morning hours into the afternoon, though, will be dry with partly to mostly cloudy skies. And it's going to be warm, and it's going to be noticeably more humid tomorrow. Look for afternoon highs in the mid-70s, and after 3 o'clock, watch for thunderstorms to move into the area. Some of those could be severe. I'll have more on that coming up.
All right, Jamie, thank you. Let's get to your top headlines this evening. These stories are real new now. Missouri Governor Mike Parson says Missouri businesses will be allowed to reopen 1 week from today, but it comes with some guidelines from the state. We'll explain that coming up.
That plan to reopen includes churches. We check in with a local church about its plans to continue worship as restrictions are lifted. And
Taney County was selected by the state of Missouri to offer hundreds of free COVID-19 tests. What residents have to do to get screened. Ozarks Fox News at 9 starts right now.
Real, new, now. This is Ozarks Fox News at 9.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jennifer Abreu.
And I'm John Adams. Plans to reopen Missouri are now official. Governor Mike Parson announced the details of Show Me Strong Recovery, the first phase of the state's reopening plan.
Phase 1 allows all businesses to reopen next Monday, but it does come with some guidelines from the state. Our Frances Lynn explains what those are.
During the governor's briefing about the reopening plan, protesters were shouting, and you could hear it throughout his entire speech.
To reopen Missouri. Reopen now! I'm very proud of our entire state, and I am confident.
The governor says Phase 1 will start Monday, May 4th, and extend through Sunday, May 31st.
This will be the turning of a dial, not the flip of a switch.
This is not a return to normal. Instead, it's the beginning of a new normal.
As we begin to reopen, we will be prepared, but the virus will still be here.
He says an essential part of the plan is to expand hospital capacity.
Our hospitals are stable. All regions have demonstrated reductions in hospitalized cases.
And Missouri Hospital President Herb Kuhn says suspended elective procedures will be resumed.
These are surgical and medical procedures that range from wellness checks and childhood immunizations to cancer screenings such as colonoscopies or surgical biopsies. Our plan is to integrate this resumption of elective procedures with the governor's Show Me Strong recovery plan.
Parson says some communities can reopen faster than others.
Nursing homes, long-term care facilities, retirement homes, and assisted living homes must continue to have stronger guidance.
Churches, restaurants, and other small businesses can all open as long as these guidelines are followed.
We should continue to maintain social distancing and practice good hygiene.
Businesses should consider modifying their physical workspaces to maximize social distancing by adding barriers or spreading workstations apart. The Show Me Strong recovery plan creates a path forward for our state to reopen and to help get Missourians back to work.
And the governor says towards the end of May, he will reevaluate and decide how to move forward from there.
Together, we will defeat COVID-19, and together, the state of Missouri will come back stronger than ever before.
Frances Lynn, Ozarks First.
And as businesses open back up, other guidelines from the state include still working from home or teleworking if possible, returning to work in phases, using protective equipment, and temperature checking.
And it's important to know these are minimum requirements by the state, and local authorities may impose stricter guidelines. So here in Greene County, they could pass stricter measures if they need to.
And we'll continue following those local guidelines as well. New at 9 tonight, the governor's plan to reopen Missouri allows for churches to gather with some restrictions as well.
During current stay-at-home orders, many churches have been streaming online, something many people have had to adapt to over the last month.
Our Madison Heaver talked with a local church about its plans to reopen. Madison, how are they adjusting services now after this new announcement today?
Yeah, Jen, the venue says they're excited to get back to worship when things die down a bit, but even though they may be allowed to gather, they likely still won't for at least a month. The church has moved fully online for all its services and even including content for kids and families. The venue's associate pastor, Ben Stringer, says going online has added some new challenges that have helped many people during this time. including meditations and bedtime stories, but it hasn't been without its struggles of not meeting in person and getting that human connection. Stringer says though they're excited to gather in person, they likely won't through the end of May because of the social distancing requirement.
Even though we're being told that we can gather, the way that this is being done in phases means we still have to be socially distant. And personally, and I think as we've discussed as a staff, it doesn't seem realistic to expect hundreds of people to come together in an auditorium and in a building where the purpose is literally to congregate and ask everyone to remain 6 feet apart at all times.
Again, it's important to remember that cities can make stricter guidelines when it comes to reopening the state. The city of Springfield is expected to give an update on its restrictions on Wednesday.
All right, Madison, thank you. We'll keep our eye on that going forward. Looking around the Ozarks today, Taney County was selected to offer hundreds of free COVID-19 tests. The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services selected 12 locations across the state to hold this point-in-time testing to hopefully determine new COVID hotspots. Now, you can pre-register online to be tested for free. The test will be administered by the Taney County Health Department at the Convention Center parking garage in downtown Branson. Patients will first be asked about their symptoms before taking a nasal swab test. The Taney County Health Department says it's all about getting a clear picture, as some patients, as we know, don't show symptoms. The tests are being done from 8 to 5 until Wednesday. Anyone who is tested is being quarantined at home until the results are final.
We have new information for you tonight. We will soon know the probable cause behind the sinking of Stretch Duck 7 on Table Rock Lake back in July of 2018. The National Transportation Safety Board is meeting tomorrow morning. The NTSB has recently released hundreds of documents relating to the tragedy, including meteorologists' reports of the storms that played a role in the sinking of the duck boat. Board members are expected to meet virtually tomorrow to come to a final decision as to a probable cause. We will have this meeting live streaming on our website beginning at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and we'll have all the details for you tomorrow night at 9 right here on Ozarks Fox.
Making local news this evening, kids around the country are having to deal with the possibility of not having graduation. But here in Springfield, one local nonprofit is stepping up to give students a diploma. The Discovery Center today held what organizers believe could be the first graduation ceremony in the U.S. Following CDC guidelines and best practices, children in this ceremony were allowed to walk with a family member present. Since transitioning into an emergency child care center for healthcare workers and first responder families, the nonprofit has seen over 300 children enrolled. 31 kids got to graduate today. Rob Blevins, the executive director of the Discovery Center, says the ceremony was meant to be a taste of normal life.
Watching them light up with that excitement and just the thrill of having something to look forward to, I can't tell you how drastic and different that is from the first day that the kids arrived here. To have that switch from that feeling in their eyes and in their behaviors to the excitement that we're seeing today, there's nothing better than that.
5 staff members and volunteers from MSU, Drury, and Evangel also had a chance to walk in cap and gown.
Well, as we move towards reopening the economy on the state and local level, City Utilities says it still may be some time until things are back to normal for some residents. The utility company announced it will continue to not enforce suspension and disconnection of services because of missed payments. The policy will now last until June 1st. City Utilities encourages anyone having financial difficulties to contact customer service at 417-864-9000.
Food banks in the Ozarks are seeing a decrease in volunteers and an increase in demand, so the Missouri National Guard is stepping in to help. Guard members are unloading deliveries, sorting, packing, and even distributing food. This morning, they were at least of these in Christian County. About 40,000 pounds of food was distributed to Christian County residents today. Christy Carter, the executive director for Least of These, says the biggest need their organization has right now is money.
Well, we want to share how you can put the Ozarks first.
Ozarks Fox and Color 10 are hosting a fundraiser for Convoy of Hope, Ozarks Food Harvest, and Crosslines this Thursday. Join us for stories on how these organizations are helping relieve hunger right here in the Ozarks.
And you will also be able to make an impact by donating money to help your neighbors. Again, that's this Thursday in every newscast right here on Ozarks Fox and on Caller 10.
Well, touching base with Jamie once again, we have some weather you might have to pay attention to tomorrow here in the Ozarks.
Absolutely. You know, it's going to start off pretty quiet across the area, but long about late afternoon, yeah, we are going to have to pay close attention to what's going on with the weather. It looks like we could see some strong to severe storms in parts of the area, but it looks like that severe weather threat may be focused more in other areas.